Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to part 2 of The Matter is Plucked Died. So, we are back with part 2 of this madness. It turns out, for spoilers, yes, she ends up breaking up with Katase because despite what she was going through, she didn't want him to find out that way. It's best she just break up with him, which this is why I like this series in particular because usually in most of the NTRs the guy, the husband or wife never finds out, but in this case she had to make him find out the hard way. But she broke up with him. Even while she was doing it, she felt so guilty about the situation that she has to like break it off, which is understandable. But yeah, so it turns out that she kissed him. So and they were walking in the night, they were talking, they lost the match apparently when they lost the baseball match, and the coach was pretty angry about the situation, so he decided to call her over. But before she can go over to coach's house, she kissed him and she wanted to root for him and really believe that this was some kind of spark and basically reaffirm her love for him. But it was all too late because the pheromones was kicking in the fifth gear, especially due to the fact that she was right near coach. Her pheromones kicked off. So he's talking on the locker room and apparently she takes off her uniform and change into this Gyaru or JK or Gal, however you guys want to call it. She just had on like a different costume. She had on like a cheerleader's outfit, but the cheerleader's outfit was so skimpy, it's crazy. So he tells her, listen, I'm having three of the football players over to basically have fun and boost their confidence, if you know what I mean. And she reluctantly agreed, but she was so under the influence that she just, you know what, let's go with it. And mind you all, these three baseballers were virgins at the time of this scenery. And bro was laughing his ass off while she was all in disbelief. And he tells himself, listen, I can't believe she actually went along with this plan. Of course, they all have their way with her to the point where even one of them was like really aggressive towards her, and the coach like protected her. And listen, he tells him, listen, you better fuck off. This is my property. That's what he basically stated. And because she heard that, she really fell in love with him basically, and because of the influence that he put under her, yeah, she was pretty much a lost cause at that point. And this is where she tells him, listen, we need to break it off, and because of the fact that the coach has been providing me the protection that I need and you have not, yeah, let's just. But honestly speaking, she never like told him the exact reason why they wanted to break up. She just sort of blindsided him, let's just say, because he never had his say. She just told him let's break up and that's it. So for the next upcoming weeks, they ended up going into like the beach to train because they were going in like a campsite to train for the next few weeks for the tournament. And of course, the girl is actually trying to give the boy some motivation. And when we reach in the damn cabins, mind y'all, these are not your typical cabins where each player has their own separate room. They're all sleeping in the same room and sharing one room and had a futon next to them. And one of the players is like, wow, they're really getting on there, huh? And Brody was so pissed. He couldn't even stand hearing her voice because it was such a nightmare. It got so bad to the point where he just put in his resignation letter from the club, and since then they parted ways and she never heard from her ever since. But anyways guys, that is the end of the context, and without further ado, let's get right into this.
監督怒ってたな。
あそこまで点差つけばね。
でも本番までには仕上げるよ。全国大会にはみんなと、俺と茜の夢だもんな。
翔くん、いつも前向きで努力を惜しまず、私みたいな女の子を好きでいてくれる大切な人。けど触れることで気持ちを確認することが増えた。これからしなくちゃいけない行為を 振り払うように。
茜、話があって。
ごめん、門限近いから明日聞くね。
ゲームセット13対3で真珠学園の勝利。強豪校に大差で勝利か。これで分かっただろう。あいつらは野球への情熱よ。
そう、私は監督の女よ。ごめんなさい、翔くん。せめてけじめだけは。翔也くん、私たち別れましょう。
何も言えないまま茜と別れ、合宿が始まった。翌日、俺は野球部を辞めた。全国大会を一緒に夢見た茜は、よどんだ男の色に染められて消えてしまったのだから。
Alright folks, that seems to be the end of part 2. Now, I have a lot to say about this part 2 and I think it's interesting. So, what I liked about this series, again, is the fact that she disclosed the information about their breakup and the fact that the coach was no typical ugly bastard, fat ugly bastard. He wasn't that. And the thing is, again, once you see those mini heart shaped eyes on the eyes, that is it. Your girl is no longer your girl. That's our girl now. Especially either that or when the eyes went from like, you see like the reflection of the light on their pupils, it just goes completely dim. Like that's when you know also that girl is no longer your girl. That's our girl now. That is no longer yours. That belongs to everyone. And number 2, I like the animation. They really went out of pocket with the animation. I enjoyed every single second of it. Again, maybe I'm not the like an NTR connoisseur stuff. See what I did there? But anyways, maybe not, but I do like the fact that some of the females they be putting in there, they really be going way beyond their pockets. It's like they be going in overtime with the animation. The only type of animation I've ever seen this crazy is either from NTR genres or incest genres. Maybe Futanari too. Futanari, I've seen only one Futanari I've ever watched, that is Futabu. And not gonna lie, that kinda interesting to say the least. I'm not a Futanari fan, honestly. Maybe it's not my cup of tea. Maybe it's a lot of your cup of tea. I mean, I know a lot of people who are into Futanaris, and that is a crazy thing. And it's actually the second most popular genre in the category of the Animeverse, next to NTR. NTR is number 1, and I believe Futanari is number 2, and I believe incest maybe number 3 or number 4. I think third is maybe Shotakon or some shit like that, but I digress. To give an honest rating, I would definitely give it a 9. Because again, the animation goes crazy, and despite they didn't have an episode 3 and it is a censored, I would still rate it a 9 due to the fact that the animation is so detailed, down to every minute detail. It is there, like things that you haven't even seen, you're going to see it. And if you guys are into these types of animation, I would highly recommend it. If you guys are into this type of genres, again, highly recommend it. I think I might stop here. I think this might be my last of the series. If you guys want me to do a couple more series, I am more than willing to do it, but you guys have to recommend me one, at least 1 or 2 to end this series, like a really good one. Although I was thinking of doing Taboo Charming Mother, but I believe I did that one already. Actually, I do have one more, but I think I have about 3 more to do, and then I'm gonna end it from there. But I will not spoil it. The only hint I will give is that she is a Middle Eastern European chick. But anyways, guys, that is the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, have a good one and peace out.